Hi guys, welcome to the weekly reading for March 6, 2023. Thank you for all your feedback on the last video about using these spread deck cards, these ones right here in white. I'm going to continue to use them. I am trying out a different spread though, as far as one card per each category, so we can get more categories involved. And on here for the weekly. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let me know if you like this spread as well. Your feedback is super important to me, okay? And just a little bit of a disclaimer, I'm going to jump right in, but just letting you know this is for the collective. This is everybody in general. As I continue to build my YouTube channel, I will go ahead and start breaking down to get more specific, probably by life path, not necessarily zodiac sign. Yeah, as the channel grows, hopefully more and more videos, okay? So just like and subscribe and help me grow, and then I'll be able to, like I said, break these down a little bit more and get a little bit more specific, okay? So let's jump right in, guys, and start with the current energy of the week. Okay, we have Between Worlds. Guys, I'm not surprised here. Since December, we've actually been having this feeling of limbo. I've been calling it limbo land. It kind of plateaued a little bit in February, but I feel it's still going on, and it makes a lot of sense that we're feeling it the most this week. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you guys are seeing 555 energy. Angel numbers, or 222 a lot. Those are really the numbers of change. Okay, so we're still in the change. Sometimes the change doesn't happen overnight. Some weeks we feel it more than others. Some months we feel it more than others, that kind of thing. So Between Worlds, I'm not surprised. So if you guys are feeling that little bit of limbo, it's okay, normal, pretty much what everybody else is going through, right? The other thing I do want to say is I do feel it's really creeping up to an end. I think I've said this, in the previous weeks, because this card comes up a lot, the Between Worlds. What we don't like about it is, as human beings or egos, we really don't like uncertainty, right? And so to plan ahead would be great. I'm feeling a lot of us are taking it day by day because we're in such flux and transition that we can't really plan ahead. And that's really frustrating as well, right? And our ego wants to plan ahead. But this is really, I've been doing a lot of private readings. A lot of presence has been coming up, okay? A lot of being present, and just focusing on the everyday, what we can control today, what we can work with today, okay? So keep that in mind as far as the current energies go. We have strengths. Awesome, guys. Goddess energy coming through in the light, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. More feminine energy coming through here for the goddess. So our strengths this week is more feminine energy, and really expression. I don't know if you guys follow me. If you don't, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and right here on YouTube Shorts. I do daily readings. The daily reading today was to express ourselves. And as you notice, there's also a 3 up here. 3 is the number of expression, creativity, that kind of thing. Goddess energy is really about expressing yourself. That's more of the feminine energy as well. Creativity, that's more of the feminine energy. So our strengths are really lying in that this week, okay? So really focusing on that, seeing how you can express yourself. It's super supported this week, whether that's dyeing your hair or wearing a piece of clothing that really expresses yourself. By creating anything at all would count as goddess energy, and really embodying it, and really, what's the best word to say this? Owning it, right? There's one thing if you're putting out creative pieces or expressing yourself like without the right energy behind it. This is really about the right goddess energy behind it, okay? So that's our strength this week. It will help us become a lot more successful. It will help us get the things that we want, the things that we desire, but also to just the energy in general will support us through the week, okay? Let's see the challenges for the week. Okay, we have peace offering. Okay, interesting, white buffalo calf woman. Okay, peace offering to me feels like trying to find a truce, trying to find an even grounds, some type of balance, some type of peace in some type of way. And this is going to be really challenging. So this tells me that there might be maybe 1, 2 things that really kind of come up this week that are very different from that advantageous energy that I've been getting in the last couple of readings. But this is really kind of about like really trying to find that middle ground and having issues trying to get there. Okay, that's the best way I can kind of say it. Look out for things that do disrupt your peace, okay? And they kind of come out of nowhere is definitely what I get. I know the next one in here, the one here is surprise. So we'll definitely get more information on that. But this just feels like we're going after peace, and one thing happens after the other. You get a parking ticket, you get things that are kind of like unexpected. And again, we'll pull something from the surprise, obviously, but I definitely do feel like the challenge here is getting to an equilibrium, getting to a more peaceful place. So I definitely do feel like whatever's under here, and getting to a place of peace. Okay, so it's gonna be a little tough. Things I feel like are gonna come out of the woodwork in that way. So just look out for that for sure. Okay, what do we need this week? Let's see. Guys, I'm not surprised. This was the exact same card from the daily this morning. Artistic expression. What did I say? 3 energy up here. Goddess expression here. Okay, all we want to do is express ourselves. That's what our soul needs. This is what this means. Okay, this is what our soul needs. We need to express ourselves in some type of way. Guys, this is the week to do something creative. Creative could be building something. Creative could be expressing yourself any way that you need. I have to say, watch out for with the shadow of this when we're not expressing ourselves creatively. We could get a lot of addiction type energies, or fall into drama or gossip, or addictions. Okay, so just be very careful if this is not expressed. Okay, so find something that you need to. Guys, you don't have to be an artist. Okay, put something out into the world. Express yourself. Express your soul expression is a good phrase for this. Express your feelings could even be in this place. Okay, make sure that we're expressing ourselves. Okay, I can't say it enough, and I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point. Okay, we have focus. What are we focusing on? Okay, TikTok. Not TikTok, the actual app, but what we can focus on TikTok. That means time, okay? Like running out of time, like time is on our mind. So focusing on time management this week is going to be super supported this week. It's going to help you get the things that you want. It's going to help you get the things that you desire. Watch what you're spending your time on. Watch what you're spending your energy on, okay? Because time is energy, okay? So it's definitely like the clock is ticking. So if you guys have a deadline, it's so important to focus on this deadline this week, okay? Extreme focus. Now, I do want to say, because of all of this expression, creativity coming through, and it's actually more in the feminine, and this is a little bit masculine, because masculine is always about structure. You can do both, okay? Because we're moving into more of a balance, which also kind of has a double meaning here with this between worlds, where it's kind of like, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but also too, it's like, balance 1 foot on, and balance the other foot, right? And so we're balancing ourselves. So you can do it. You can absolutely have great time management skills and be artistic at the same time, and have time for your artistic expressions. There's no excuses here. That's kind of what Spirit is saying with all of these here. No excuses, okay? The only thing that I actually might say would be an excuse is this challenge here when we're really trying to get to that equilibrium, and we have a few different things kind of coming up and disrupting us. But that's where you need to focus, is like, what is, where's my time best focused? Like, for example, I gave the example of the parking ticket. Is it in your best interest? Is it in your highest good to fight that parking ticket? Okay. Is it the best use of your time? Okay. So you're going to have to weigh these two things out here. Okay. Okay. We have surprise, and we have this one in the shadow. We have assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. Okay. So, a surprise that's coming through this week. Like I said, not only a couple of things that are going to be challenging and disrupting our peace, technically this could be disrupting your peace too. We have somebody that kind of shows up for some of us that really need to be rescued, and we fall into that trap. Okay, and I say it's a trap because yes, the rescuer can be looked at as more light. Everything has a light and a shadow, guys, but this one is definitely in the shadow. So it's definitely doing us no good to help the person that really needs rescuing. And it's not saying, Spirit's not coming through and saying, okay, don't help anybody. Absolutely not the message that we're giving here. This is about stepping in and messing with somebody's karma. Okay, messing with what people can help themselves with. Okay, this is about more of the martyr energy. This is more about the codependent energy. This is about swooping in and doing something for someone that they can do themselves. And not only can they do themselves, it's in their best interest to do themselves. It's for their highest good to do it themselves. Okay, so this is about no coddling. Okay, so when we have somebody coming through this week, some of you guys are going to have it. I feel like maybe half of you guys, somebody that's kind of coming through that's really, really going to test you on that. Now it's following the TikTok. So what am I going to say? I think you guys know. Watch out for where you spend your time and energy, okay? Because this person is going to be a time suck in that way. So not only is it not helping them in their highest and greatest good, it's also wasting your time, okay? So really look out for that. Pay attention there, okay? So speaking of people, let's see what our relationships say. Father, okay, so we have talent for creating and supporting, what does that say? The positive guiding light within a tribal unit. Okay, Father, in the positive. So a lot of paternal type energy coming through. So a lot of protecting people. Oh, guys, this is going to be a really tough week with really trying to have boundaries here with this rescuer, because the Father wants to, the Shadow Father is going to want to, go above and beyond, is going to going in that rescuer, because we're going to want to protect, but it's how we actually protect people, right? How can we actually father people without, going into the shadow and going into the negative, without controlling? Because that's the other thing too. The rescuer, we fall into a pattern of trying to like it's like an opportunity to control somebody, if that makes sense. And so so these are two, we're kind of linked, but make sure that we're paying attention, we're being conscious of it, we're being aware that we're actually doing more of the light Father, being paternal, which is like protection and feeling safe, right? Help, so in exchange for somebody that's really needing help them feel safe. How do we do that? Hold space for them. We come from a non-judgmental place. We come from a place of open-mindedness, and making them feel safe in our energy without actually having to take action and rescue them. Okay, so I think you guys get it. Let's see, work, money, finances. That's what I put in this category here. Well, we have see the other person's point of view. Okay, so guys, I used to say this a lot. I haven't said it in a while. Please do not underestimate a good perspective shift, okay? How could we see the other person's point of view when it comes to money, finances, work, okay? So this week is going to require us in work to really look and see another perspective. Maybe how we view work is going to be looked at differently, but I do feel like, calling to the other person's point of view, I definitely do feel like it is, as far as the relationships in work go, is how could we see, how somebody else is feeling or thinking, and that will benefit. And if we can do that, that will benefit us greatly in work this week, okay? And then we have overall outcome. Okay, we have a higher power. Love this one. A nice way to kind of end here. So the overall outcome is higher power is always connecting to something bigger than you. Guys, to survive in this world, you're going to have to need to do this. I'm sorry. I understand everybody has their different beliefs, but if you found me and this channel, something tells me you guys believe in something bigger than you. It doesn't have to be God, doesn't have to be universe. You can call it the divine, you can call it Mother Nature, you can call it higher self, whatever you want to call it, okay? There is something that is bigger than you that we need to look to, okay? So why do we do this? Many, many reasons. To make sure that we know that we're not alone, that we're all connected. To find meaning in the everyday life, in the really, and when things are really bad, which it doesn't feel like this week is, but there are people out there that are going through things. How do we find meaning in the really, really, really terrible things that happen to us? And so that's what this is really about. And so basically the overall outcome is like, you can get through this week. And again, it doesn't seem like it's a bad week. Actually, overall, I would say it's actually a pretty decent week. It just feels very uncertain. If I can put any word on it, it feels uncertain. It feels like we can't move forward. It feels a little stifled because of this, suppressing of the creative side of us. It feels like a time crunch. So there are things, that are here that are hard, obviously, this week. But like I said, overall, pretty good. but we must connect to our higher power to really, really kind of get through it, and really kind of understand it, and make meaning of it, right? And that's kind of what this is saying. And when I, there's, I was listing off all the reasons why we connect to higher power. For me, I feel, it's connecting to love, because to me, God is love, universe is love. That's what the entire underlying energy of everything is. It's love. This is what it is. And so connecting to that higher power is connecting to love. So doing everything with love this week. It's such a great message, but overall outcome, like I said, feels very uncertain, but as long as we're connecting to that overall energy, we're going to feel better about it, right? We're going to feel like we're being taken care of. We're going to feel like everything is okay. We're going to feel like everything is happening exactly the way it should. Everything is perfect, okay? See how important that is when all this stuff is happening in our lives? So don't forget to do that, and that's really what Spirit is saying. So, and also too, as far as it's the end, like it feels like towards the end of the week and the overall outcome, it feels like because of all of these things, maybe because it's like a bunch of like little things that are kind of coming up, it definitely does feel like we kind of need that connection, okay? We need to connect to something bigger than us, okay? Okay, so yeah, like I said, not a bad week. There's a couple of things, uncertainty, don't really underestimate that, because as human beings, our egos really, really need certainty. And the only thing that's certain in life is change, okay? And so that's kind of like the overall theme here, is that we're kind of in this in and out stage of, change. We're not able to plan things ahead because we're staying in the present moment, et cetera, okay? So there's a lot of things that we can't control. There's a lot of things that are uncertain, and it's gonna be okay. If you get anything from this reading, it's that. So okay, guys, that was it. So hopefully this reading resonated with you. Please come back to this video if it did, and write in the comments. I would love to see how some of this stuff manifests for you or comes to fruition, or how you worked with the energy of the week. I always love to hear that stuff for validation, and of course my goal is always to be helpful. So yeah, love it. Put any comments or any feedback also in the comments, and then like and subscribe to this video if you like this content and want to see more. So okay, guys, have a wonderful week. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.